The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, so sports concepts and rationalizations cruising your way.
Dan,
Yes, sir.
we're live at Caesars, and I have a very important question I need to ask you guys.
What do you got?
This isn't the real Caesar's Palace, is it?
What do you mean?
Did Caesar live here?
No.
I didn't think so.
I like how the
Wolfpack rolling on here in Vegas.
I like how they have the scenic ceiling here, and it's like changing as we sit here. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Jack's Vegas, we call it.
It's kind of weird that we're the only ones here, though. I mean, it's so quiet. It sounds like we're in studio.
I know.
Without the familiar refrain of slot machines dinging and ringing.
I just want to, personally, I want to shout out, because the people watching us on the live stream right now, I just want to shout out the gang at Caesars for, just painstakingly recreating our studio.
Correct.
What time does the buffet open? I'm hungry.
I started. Prosser already had a whole plate of eggs.
Yeah, I just ate 2 boiled eggs. Some things travel, right? I travel. I still have my boiled egg need.
Who is JT Watkins?
J.T. Watkins.
No.
877 cash now.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, that's Sammy's brother.
He's the fall guy for the Boston Red Sox, I guess.
He's the video guy.
Yeah.
He only got suspended, right? Or is he fired now?
Suspended without pay through the 2020 postseason and stripped the team of its second-round draft pick this year. Ooh. I guess
That's about as much
I guess the Red Sox didn't cheat as bad as the Astros.
Now, hold on. Other than the manager, I mean, the manager and GM got it, but as far as an actual penalty, it's about the same, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Houston was worse. Like the deal is Cora was part of that. Is Cora suspended for how long?
Cora's out.
For the whole year?
Suspended through the season, yeah.
Yeah. So they got it almost.
But that's
as
for
bad
his
as the Astros.
conduct as Houston's bench coach,
Right.
not for being the Red Sox.
Houston is worse than Boston, but he was held responsible. They have no manager for a year, so lucky he's not fired. I wonder if he will be. That's how it happened in Houston. They were suspended for a year, and then the team just fired him.
Yeah. Said, I'll take full responsibility for the role I played along with others in Astros violations of the MLB rules of 2017. So it is what it is. But anyway, it took them a long time, man. Why did it take so long? Put this behind them?
I don't know.
Everything else that was happening?
Yeah, that was the question, though, before any of this pandemic stuff started happening. It was a question that was being asked in December and January, and there was no good answer.
Well, I, for one, as a Mets fan, am if banging on trash cans or whatever gets me a world championship and you find me and fire my manager, I'm in.
So, I'm disappointed in you. So cheat doesn't matter, and if you'd rather cheat and win one.
Hell
than
yeah,
not
I
win
would.
One. Yeah, okay.
Give me a New York Mets world championship, man. We'll celebrate.
This is the same guy that
This is the same
guy that I had the conversation with that we wanted the Major League Baseball to strip the Astros of their championship, and now you want to employ their strategy? Come on. No, you don't.
They didn't strip it.
I know they didn't.
They didn't strip anything. So I'm in. Yeah, let's go.
That's terrible.
Let's go win a title.
What's wrong with you?
It's just like NCAA football. Do what you got to do. You win. If they shut you, if they slap your wrist in 3 years, so be it.
So then hopefully you just cheat good enough you don't get caught.
Well, that's even better.
All right. Well, good. Maybe I have an idea for your next song.
Good.
So this Gronk Brady thing has kind of been whispered back and forth for a while. Gronkowski met the media yesterday, and he says he hinted Tom Brady 2 months ago that he could be possibly returning.
Well, that's good because I'm leaving. Okay, great. Where are you going? I don't know. Tampa. Okay, well, hook me up. You got it.
Gronk said yesterday he linked up with Brady to throw around the football before the quarterback signed his. Remember that? Remember when that happened and we didn't really think much of it? The report was that Brady was throwing to Gronk, and we just assumed that Gronk was around and Brady needed someone to throw to. It was the first time Gronk had touched a football since he worked out with Brady last year at UCLA. This was about a month ago. Brady didn't say at the time he was thinking of playing in Tampa. Gronk had just signed a contract with the WWE, where, by the way, right now he's the 24/7 champion.
He's got to defend at some point.
We rarely talked about what his decision was going to be or where I'm at, but we did talk about it for 1 second. I told him that. We talked just real quick, like, hey, I'm kind of getting that fire underneath me again. I said, I'm definitely interested in your decision that you make. And so Gronk is going to have the unbelievable good fortune of playing his entire career with Tom Brady. Tom Brady who's thrown more touchdowns, like twice as many touchdowns to tight ends as any quarterback in the history of the NFL.
That'll work, but Gronk is a great player himself, probably the best tight end in the history of the league, in my opinion, and a tremendous matchup problem.
Well, Mercedes Lewis is probably an argument, but Gronk was, Gronk may have about 65 more touchdowns than Mercedes.
Charlie Campbell is the guy reporting on the Jan trade. He's a senior draft analyst at WalterFootball.com. Meatloaf, Ma!
Yeah, keep in mind, Walter Football, most noteworthy, is known for the Emmitt Smith mock draft.
Which was?
Where he did the mock draft where it was all bad, dumb picks, and it was written in like half English.
Oh. The Raiders and Jaguars close to a trade for defensive end Yannick Ngakoue. Raiders offering pick 19. Jaguars would like pick 12. Some sources think Jacksonville won't get a better offer. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that.
Well, if Tony Khan was being honest the other day when he was ridiculously sniping in public with Yannick Ngakoue, he made it sound like they haven't had offers of a first-round variety. And others have followed that little testy exchange up with that information, at least, that the Jags hadn't gotten a first-round offer for Yannick at this point. So, look, we run into this question. Dan, can you afford, and I don't mean like as a strategy, but like financially afford 3 first-rounders and 13 draft picks? Certainly 13 guys aren't going to make your team. You don't have enough roster for them. I mean, they're kind of, like, I hear what you're saying earlier, like, and I agree with you. I don't want to package 3 first to move up to number 2 and get Chase Young or whatever. That's just the out there scenario. I want to keep my first rounders, but I do desperately want to package a half a dozen of those mid to late rounds and get back up in around 2 or 3.
Well, the other big talk is the Jags are talking to the Giants about going up to 4. Jags perhaps offering 9 and 42. So
I would do that. Although 42 is the third round. Is that the second rounder?
Yeah.
That's the second
No,
round.
I'm not doing that.
I wouldn't do that.
Come on.
Yeah, so 9 and 42 to go up to 4?
Yeah. I'm not.
Well, obviously at 4, there's somebody that they're just.
Now,
And it must not be a
They
Kuda.
may be thinking, all right, well, we get 4, and then we'll make the trade with the Raiders, and we get 4 and 19, and we give up.
And you still have 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have 4, 19, and 20, then I would think about giving up 42.
Now, noted award-winning journalist Jason Lockcan-Forrest said you would suspect it's for a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think it's a quarterback.
Well, it can't be for Akuda because he's going to go. I mean, the common knowledge would be he would go 3. So moving to 4 is not going to help you there.
It's going to get you.
I mean, you're not going to make that deal unless
You're going to get your choice of
Akuda's
any of the
at 4, right?
non-quarterbacks or Akuda. Any
unless they
non-quarterback.
really want Derek Brown.
I've seen mocks that Derek Brown going 3rd.
Yeah. Detroit, they
Guys
Like,
are
people
all
aren't
over the
100% on
board, man.
Detroit.
maybe they're just putting themselves in position. We'll take Akuda or Brown. I don't know.
Maybe.
Who knows? We don't know. That's the thing. Or maybe they take a quarterback.
Well, like you said before, I mean, the guys are all saying that, like, the media is so off on this. that
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
yeah. That's going to be
Get
fascinating.
ready. Jordan Love's going number 1.
It could be
Tonight.
It could be fascinating, man. It won't be. It's going to.
Well,
be
it's such a great opportunity today. Today should be a day that Jaguar fan could hope for like a renewal. You got all these draft picks. You got the potential of these trades. You got an opportunity perhaps to clean house with Leonard Fournette and Yannick Ngakoue and get some guys. But the problem is the reality that hangs there. And this isn't like a piling on opinion, but the reality is that the Jaguar fan base has lost, for the most part, complete hope in turning those decisions over to guys that have been doing them for 8 years with no results.
Yeah.
So that's what is keeping today from being really exciting, is this overall sense of dread of not really shaking up the decision making at all. Because the Jaguars have been in this position on draft day 7 times in the last 8 years, stocked with good, high premium picks. They don't have anything to show for it. Not much.
Yeah. It's 8675309. I mean, it's 12 of the 13 years in the top 10 is no bueno. But anyway, so there's so many different options and ideas and things out there. We'll just have to let it unfold tonight, starting at 8 o'clock, I think, is when the draft gets going. The Jags should pick, if they pick 9, it'll be around 9 o'clock. If they pick 4, It'd be a lot earlier. If they pick 19 and 20, who knows? I mean,
Could be a long night.
Yeah, we don't even know how it's all going to shake out. The only thing we do know is I am, and I think you all would agree, Burrow is going to the Natty, and I think Chase Young is going to
I feel
Washington.
like those two are like locked in.
Yeah, and after that, let the fireworks begin, baby. You know?
Let's get weird.
Yeah, and by the way, if we trade, that will hurt our gambling, too. We have the under on the 5.5.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I'm so sorry. Why would I even think about a hypothetical bet? But I actually thought about that in between yesterday's show and today, and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe they will go over 5.5. I don't know. We'll see.
We locked in though. We already sent the money to Vegas down to the sports book.
They're saying, by the way, when it comes to the NBA host starting as a single site location, it might be Disney World.
Yeah, probably do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of empty right now.
Yeah, maybe they can just play in Toyland. All right, coming up today over here at the Rock and Roller Coaster, it'll be the Miami Heat against the Milwaukee Bucks. Later today in the Tower of Terror, it'll be the Hawks and the Knicks.
Oh, crazy. They're not going to do the regular season.
That truly is the Tower of Terror.
No, that's where you get in there to get them all together, like the training camp thing, I'm thinking.
No, I mean, whenever the NBA starts, are they still hoping to finish the season, or are they just going to go right to the playoffs?
I think there's still a hope that
because the playoffs have already started.
Well, some are suggesting picking up where the season was suspended and pushing back the start of 2021. Some have said go right to the playoffs.
I would go right to the playoffs.
All suggestions involve playing games in empty arenas devoid of fans.
Yes.
And one of the ideas that seems to be garnering support is sequestering the entire league and playing games at a single site.
Right.
The idea to quarantine all the players, coaches, trainers, officials, broadcasters, yada, yada, in one place. Think of something akin to the Summer League in Vegas, but with real stakes and actual players. Many sites, Vegas, Atlantic City, the Bahamas, have been suggested, but the challenge comes. I think I saw yesterday that the mayor of Las Vegas said they're not going to do it. They're not going to host the NBA, so I think that one might be out. But now they're saying that one place that can offer everything they need with relative ease would be Disney World in Orlando. They have the hotel and housing that you need on the 39 square mile property. They have a Wild World of Sports complex that could be the hub of all the basketball activity. So it meets all of the criteria. And to be honest with you, I kind of think now that it will be Disney World if and when the NBA starts back up.
I just want sports to come back.
No, don't hold your breath. You're nowhere near.
No.
My biggest objection here and again, I don't want to tiptoe a line of questioning the overall health, whatever. I'll follow line with everyone else. I'm not going to grouse and complain about it. But it bothers the stew out of me when you cancel things 5-6 months away, because it gives this overall sense and perception of dread that it's never going to get better. I don't know why you have to cancel events in September and April or in October and April. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And again, that more just feeding this narrative that everyone's going to die is dangerous. It'll creep into an entire mindset at some point. Be safe, be healthy, be aware of other people, do your very best to not come in contact or contact anyone else. But gee whiz, we're not under nuclear attack. There's not fallout for the next 6 months.
Sports Illustrated did a final mock last night, and then we'll get some final mocks in today as well as we go through it. And they have the Jags trading with the Falcons, moving down to 16 and still getting Kinlaw at 16.
Look at number 20 there, Dan.
Is that the A.J. Terrell one?
That's one of them.
Oh, yeah.
He's up to a couple more have him to the Raiders at 19. One thing that is somewhere the word got out, A.J. Terrell is being undervalued in the mock system.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. Because now he's like, bro, most mocks you don't even see him in the first.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say that. A lot of times I stop after I get to 20 in the mock drafts. I don't look what happens from 21 to 32 because the Jags have made their 2 picks.
Yeah.
I might look at the 3 or 4 right after the Jags pick to see who they would have been passing on in this theoretical mock. But, I don't know.
Well, I wish the Jags were picking like 17 because I would have liked to take 15-ish because I'd like to see Henry Ruggs. I kind of got a thing for Henry Ruggs on this final.
Some people are super high on him.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Take him 9 then if you want him.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'll take him 14, why wouldn't you take him 9?
I don't know because I think one of those 3 will fall to me. We still got to get – I mean, they just need so many different things. And a receiver is so risky. That's why I'm saying, I guess in my mind, if you take a receiver lower, it's not as big a risk, even though it is. I mean, it's still your first pick, and you got to hit on it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what I'm thinking.
The hardest thing about the NFL is that you can make such good arguments on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, I take a receiver here. Look at the best one. You get him right. Tyreek Hill's a fourth rounder. But then again, Julio Jones, you traded up to get in the top 5.
What an odd day for these kids, man, though.
Yeah, they don't get to enjoy it. It's odd for a lot of people.
It is, but I mean, think about these kids too. They've been through, but they did have less. The draft is an exhausting process if you're a first round pick because generally between
less
today,
exhausting this year.
Yeah, for the last 6 weeks they would have been on planes going to city
place.
to city, individual workouts, interviews. Et cetera, et cetera. That stuff has got to get old, right? So that part has probably been just exhausting for them. So I don't know. It's we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm glad it's here. Let's get a couple picks. Let's get 3 if we can. Let's get 3 really good football players. Let's get, let's wake up tomorrow with freaking Derek Brown or Isaiah Simmons. Justin Jefferson fell to 19 and take and then I don't care what corner you take.
There's a lot you could still take. You could still take a tackle there. You could go Andrew Thomas 9 now if you have 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
You get a Kinlaw at 19 and
if that
Jefferson
happens.
at 20.
Again, the rumor is, if you're just tuning in, is that out there is that the Raiders and Jags are talking. The Raiders have 2 first-rounders. They're interested perhaps in giving up number 19 for Jan. The Jags want 12. This is just being reported by one guy, but who knows at this point. So.
How can the Raiders look themselves in the eye if they finish up the circle with this move? Let me get this straight. You traded Khalil Mack, who's about twice as good as Yannick Ngakoue, because you couldn't pay him.
Here's what Pro Football Talk is saying. The Jaguars have found a potential taker for Ngakoue. However, the suitor currently isn't willing to give the Jags what they want for the franchise tag pass rusher. Per a source with knowledge of the situation, the Jaguars, quote, want too much for Ngakoue. Hope remains that a deal will be finalized before or during the draft, which starts tonight. Charlie Campbell first reported it. Ngakoue sacked Derek Carr twice last December in the team's final home game in Oakland. We got to get this guy.
You know what would stink, though? It would stink if Yannick Ngakoue, and this will happen, the Jags will trade him, and guess what? The Raiders, or whoever trades for him, they're not going to pay him more than $18 million a year, too, and he'll take it from them and feel happy.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
Yeah, well, he's got so much hatred towards the
he's
franchise
so wrong,
and the organization.
It's not going to serve him well. I wonder where Yannick Ngakoue's career goes from here.
Before Ngakoue could be traded, he'd have to accept his one-year franchise tender. Ideally for the Raiders, they also work out a new contract with Ngakoue since they'd get his rights for 1 year at $17.78 million. He could be tagged again in 2021. We know that. A compromise for Ngakoue could happen with the Jags getting the 19th pick and something else, whether it's a 2021 selection or a flip-flop of later selections in 2020. That would be fine. Do it. What are we waiting for? I mean, I know you're playing hardball, but my gosh, do it. The Raiders have 2 first-round picks due to the trade that sent, Khalil Mack to the Bears.
That's what I'm saying. That's going around circle, and they're going to get rid of Khalil Mack, and then they're going to pay Jan just as much.
The Raiders didn't want to pay Mack, the 5th overall pick in 2014. They may now be paying a stranger to the organization instead and giving up a first-round pick to get him.
Right. It's just terrible, management.
If nothing else, the fact that talks are happening shows that Mark Davis has no fear about being on the wrong end of an eventual Twitter fight with Ngakoue. So anyway, that's something we're certainly monitoring this AM as we get to draft day, and we'll be hanging out with you guys throughout the day. A drill bit bracket challenge update for you right now, presented by the Edge Group. Need to sell your property fast, residential, commercial. Call 904-474-5851. This is a semifinal, a Final Four battle, and Dan Songs has a comfortable lead over Get Smart John, 65-34.
Yeah, that's not a comfortable lead. That is a road grading.
It's a little bit of a surprise, isn't it?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
I called Dan Songs in the final, maybe the winner, 4 rounds ago.
Wow. Well, let's go.
Man, I should have a studio show when it comes to this bracket.
Maybe you should have gambled on it.
Oh, man. Who knows?
Don't forget next
They're
week.
gambling on anything these days, buddy. We probably could have got it on the board somewhere. This is a drill. We'll talk to Doc Kevin Murphy next. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.